Alright, welcome to What Do You Need to Know? This is Biden 2, and I asked about Joe Biden. I didn't get many cards. It's like there wasn't much out there, but I will say the card I did get was the Four of Swords. That was the one card that I got when I asked about Biden. And when I look at the Four of Swords, that is resting, rejuvenation, relaxing. Imagine coming out of something that was heartbreaking, something that might have hurt. Imagine you got this big hurt, and right after it, you started resting and you just got some peace because you got over it or whatever. Joe is not as much thinking about that war right now. It's almost like as I was reading or asking about him, I could tell that he's not really thinking about the war in this moment. There's other things he's thinking about. Those 3 swords are hanging on that wall, but he has 1 sword under him just in case. Like, okay, you guys handle the war. I got other stuff that I gotta attend to. But if I gotta come back over here, I got my sword right here and we'll get some shit taken care of. If I look at this Four of Swords card, this is somebody laying on their back with their arms up praying, which Joe looks like a guy that prays, right? I wanted to know if there was more, so I did ask. I was like, is this all you have to say for Joe right now? And it gave me another set of cards, and all these cards were stagnant because choices are still being made. The choices hadn't been decided with these cards, and those cards were the Fool card, the Nine of Swords, the Emperor, the Eight of Swords, Four of Cups, Justice card, and the Knight of Cups, right? This is saying to me right now in this moment, like, there's some decisions being made. So like maybe there's this journey or this other direction that Joe wants to go. It would probably keep him up in his head. It's almost like feeling trapped about either turning something down, getting justice, and making an offer. I would take it as in if somebody was saying, we're getting control of this situation. Should we be nice and just make a deal, or should we be shitheads, turn everything down? Let's find out. Hold on. This victory is in the back of his mind. The celebrating is in the back of his mind. This balance. And it's almost like as he's thinking about this new journey that's there, but the answers to it hadn't been given yet. At some point, he wants Russia. My mind goes bow down. Wants Russia to bow down, where he can breadcrumb Russia. And in the back of Russia's mind, they're thinking a reunion. Like if they get this reunion with Ukraine, since Ukraine is being balanced by America. So it's almost like, well, yeah, I got you guys to communicate with each other and y'all drinking wine out of these cups together, Ukraine and Russia. But by America being the one holding the balancing scales, now Russia also has to drink and celebrate with America. But that journey hadn't been decided yet because, of course, things are still going on. But right now, he's so confident that he's really not even thinking about this war, or because they're winning or something's happening to where it's taking care of itself and he's not really thinking about it like he was. But right behind, I would say Russia, because they're hurting so bad already, right? And in his mind, when they start releasing sanctions or whatever they're going to do, and then they start helping them out a little bit, breadcrumbing them a little bit, in the back of their mind, they're going to want some type of reunion, celebration, all parties, drinking together. Let's see. Nine of Swords, please and thank you. It's like he's watching it. I got the Two of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. So as he's sitting there watching everything take place, everything looks good. He's watching it, and in the back of his mind, he's thinking about how much of a blessing it is that everything's happening the way it's happening, which is why he's walking away from that, because it's almost like he already sees victory. He already feels victory. So he's walking away from it, which explains why the very first card was he was resting. He was at peace. But that Nine of Swords is stagnant. He's walking away from it because right now in this moment, maybe it looks like it's a victory. It can go any way. It can go up. It can go down. If it goes up, that means they're losing. If it goes down, that means they're winning. So it's stagnant right now. And it may be that in his eyes, the reason why he's walking away from it in this moment is because everything may look really bad for Russia in this moment. So it's just like, okay, yeah, we're going to win this shit, so let me go figure out some other stuff that we need to deal with, something like that. Now the very next card was the Emperor. When I first saw it, I wanted to say China. You got the Eight of Wands, the World card, the Four of Wands, Queen of Wands, Seven of Cups, Page of Swords, and the Hangman. So it's almost like somebody is trying to come in with like this offering of a union in world. He's looking at these options, and in the back of his mind, he's thinking about putting it in the Hangman. I remember saying saying China was going to help Russia. When I look at this, I feel like maybe they were, and then something changed their mind. So it's like right between the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords, there's these options. Both parties are looking at these options. In the back of the Queen of Wands mind, there's the Four of Wands, the World card, and the Eight of Wands. In the back of the Page of Swords mind, it's the Hangman, basically saying, I'm looking at these options, I'm gonna put it in the Hangman, I don't care. Alright, so let's see what these options are. The Seven of Cups, please and thank you. So maybe the reason he's not worried about the war with Ukraine right now is because everything's going right? So then he goes and maybe he's trying to figure out something with China, because in the back of his mind, this Fool card is like a reunion and balance. So it's almost like he's going to breadcrumb China to get like a reunion or something, like to make everything better or something. Because I remember reading that China was going to help Putin, but then they had some type of like second thoughts, but still was like, well, we did give our word. So if they touch you, we'll help you. It also made me think that they definitely would be like, nah, we good, we're not gonna help, which is what I'm feeling like I'm seeing right now. I mean, it is stagnant, but I can see that they don't want any of this shit, and they don't want this shit with, when I read it, I feel like they don't want this shit with America, right? Or NATO, whoever, but they don't want this shit. So let's see what the Seven of Cups is, please and thank you. Seven of Cups is work hard. Work hard on what? What are they going to be working hard on? Like them two working together to make it work? Work hard, but one person wants to put it in a Hangman, one person wants to make it work. I see. Ending. It's almost like saying work hard to end like this protective energy. Remember on Putin 7, that King of Swords popped up protecting Putin. It was Putin and then it was the King of Swords. And Putin was wondering, I wonder if this King of Swords gonna have my back. Guess what? That King of Swords just popped up right here. And then right after that King of Swords was the Death card. Like, yeah, China gotta end that to come into this new union with what I would say is America. Honestly, China looks to be a mature person about this, whereas America is looking to be immature. So it's almost like they saying, yeah, well, you try to fuck with them at first. How can I trust you? Nah, I don't know. But like, they know they have the upper hand, which is why they being that way, right? Remember, I just started telling you he was up in his head because he not sure if they should be nice or aggressive or like whatever, right? The Eight of Swords is like feeling trapped. It's stagnant, but maybe he feel trapped about the moment. Like he feel like, let's find out. Eight of Swords, please and thank you. It's like he feel trapped about manifesting this partnership. Maybe he don't trust it. Maybe he don't trust that they'll not go help if they need help. Maybe he don't trust that they will cooperate with US. He's a little iffy about it, so it's stagnant right now. Let's see this Four of Cups, please and thank you. He's looking at this partnership thinking it could leave me left out in the cold, but then again, he like the benefits of it could be like this beautiful contract between the two, or this beautiful marriage between the two. So it's almost like I'm looking at it and I do feel like it'll leave me, left out in the cold, but I'm just gonna put everything that's in my mind, all these thoughts that's making me not move forward, I'm gonna put all that away and I'm just gonna move forward and go into this contract. Right now though, it's stagnant because he still hadn't made that choice. The Justice card, please and thank you. On his Justice card, he's thinking about nostalgia, having the strength, using his intuition about a burden. As he looks off at this devil card, and he's maybe thinking like it could be toxic, but it also can be very fucking beautiful if everything goes right. It could bring in like this glorious message of a little bit of money come out of this. So it's almost like the justice is stagnant because we don't know, because there's choices still being made, but he's thinking about we could have a good partnership again and try to have the strength. But like with the strength card, it's almost like sticking your hand inside of a beast's mouth and seeing if it'll bite it off, and you have to like move your hand as fast as you can before your hand get bitten off. So imagine America as the woman on this card, and imagine China as this lion. And America is caressing this lion, saying, "You're so beautiful. This is a beautiful lion." And this lion got his tongue out and mouth open. Now America has to wonder, can they trust sticking their hand inside of this mouth? They're using their intuition about this burden, and as you can see, Biden looking on and he's thinking toxic, or it can be beautiful, the birth of something new. The very last card was this Page of Pentacles. Like, instead of being that Page of Swords towards them, they becoming that Page of Pentacles. And what came to my mind when I saw that Page of Pentacles was everybody wins. That would be the outcome if everybody could agree. But it's still stagnant, right? The very last card was this Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, please and thank you. Wow, look at that. The Knight of Cups. I said everybody wins. The first card I see is the Ten of Pentacles. Abundance. Nine of Pentacles next. A lot of freaking money here. There's a lot of money here. Now, here's the thing, though. These are options that hadn't been made. These are choices that are still stagnant, though. The right choices have to be made for this to work. This is all money, money, money. Crazy money. Ten of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is running and attacking all of this shit. And the Knight of Swords would be what I would call like America's army, America. On this Knight of Cups, that offer that they are receiving, or they hadn't even got this offer yet, but it's stagnant because somebody's thinking about giving it. We just talked about China. They're thinking about giving it. If this offer goes the way it's supposed to go, he's right. It's a lot of freaking money in it. This is probably why he's not even thinking about that war in Ukraine right now, because there's something that is boiling a little bit bigger. So imagine becoming friends with China again. That's what this feels like. And it feels like an abundant offer. And it's like China started out kind of on Russia's side. And then it's almost like they changed their mind midway and was like, hey, no, we're not even dealing with that. And now it's like they're trying to like make talks with US and make things right. The two coming together brings a lot of fortune. So I guess we'll see what happens.